you so much for watching the part 1 of this video under ISL models. So today we shall be solving the part B, which is part 2. So now the part B is solve for the equilibrium values of outputs, the interest rate, consumption and investment. So the result we obtained in part 1 is that y is equal to 1250 minus 30i, and I is equal to 0.05y minus 37.5. This way the result we obtained in part 1. So this is where we're going to continue. So now you recall that y, this relation is a relation for I, and this relation is a relation for n. If you are still confused, just the channel name and download part 1 of this video so that you know how we derive all these relations. For output, output is represented with capital letter Y. Though in some cases, we refer capital letter Y to be national income. In this regard is for output. So now to find the actual value of this relation, which is Y equal to 1250 minus 30i. You want to get the actual figure, the actual value of this Y. That is the equilibrium value for output. You substitute the value for Y, so that I is given in question here. This is the value for I. So in place of this I now, you put this value. So you will have Y is equal to 1250 minus 30 into, this is for I, you put this value, 0.05y minus 37.5. So to solve further, I want to remove this bracket. We have y is equal to 1250 minus then 30 times 0.05. Use your calculator so that you don't make mistake. 30 times 0.05. You will have 1.5y. Then negative times negative. You have positive. Then 30 times 37.5. 30 times 37.5. You have 1125. So we have succeeded in clearing this bracket. So now we collect items. This figure with y, we cross and meet y here, and those ones we thought y will stay on the right hand side. By so doing, you will have y, this one is negative. Crossing this equality sign, it changes to positive automatically. Positive 1.5 is equal to 1250. This one, then plus this, plus 1125. So now, the coefficient of y here is 1. So you have 1 plus 1.5, which is 2.5y, is equal to 1250 plus 1125. You have 5 plus 0, which is 5. 2 plus 5, which is 7. 1 plus 2, which is 3. 1 plus 1, which is 2. So now, to find the actual value of y, we divide both sides by the coefficient of y, which will give you 2.5y is equal to 2375. Divide by 2.5, divide by 2.5. 2.5, you cancel 2.5, you have y is equal to 2375 divided by 2.5, you have 950. Therefore, the equilibrium value of output is this figure, which is 950. That is the equilibrium value of output. Then, for interest rate, interest rate is small letter I. Small letter I, which is given by this function, is I equal to 0.05 watt minus 37.5. 37.5. So now you discover that we have succeeded in getting a value for y. Y is equal to what? 950. So in place of this y here, you put 950, but y is equal to 950. So substituting the value you have, I, which is for interest rate, is equal to 0.05 into, in place of y, you put 950 minus 37.5. So now, you have to remove this bracket. To remove this bracket, you should have 47.5. You are still not playing, pick your calculator and change. 950 times 0.05, we have 47.5, then minus 37.5. So now, to get the actual value, which is the equilibrium value of interest rate, you subtract. You have I is equal to 10. Therefore, always end it in written form. There is a mark attached to this step. The equilibrium value of interest rate is 10. Then for consumption is letter C. Go back to the question. On the question you see consumption here is given as 100 plus 0.8 YD. Consumption is equal to 100 plus 0.8 YD. That is the value for consumption. Okay, now you discover that YD is the disposable income, which is given as Y minus T, that is output minus taxes. You also discover that also Y is gotten. We have succeeded in getting a value for Y as 950. Y is equal to 950. And T, which is taxes from the question, T is what? 50. T is 50. So by substitution, you will have C is equal to 100 plus 0.8 in place of YD. In place of YD, you put Y minus T. Y minus T. So now, C is equal to 100 plus 0.8. In place of Y, we put 950. 950 minus T. In place of T, we put what? 50. So now, going by both maths, you have to first of all solve what is in the bracket. So you have C is equal to 100 plus 0.8 into 950 minus 50. You have 900. So after that, I'm going to remove this bracket and multiply what is outside with what is inside. The 0.8 times 900. You have C is equal to 100 plus 720. So now, to get the actual value of consumption, you have C is equal to 820. Therefore, the equilibrium value of consumption is 820. Okay, now for investment. For investment is capital letter I, while interest rate is small letter I. Investment, capital letter I. Now for investment, you have I is equal to R is equal to 150 minus 6R. Recall, we have succeeded in getting a value for small letter I, which is the interest rate. But I is 10. It has been solved. Now, to get capital letter I, which is government investment, we have I is equal to 150 minus 6 into 10. This 10 is standing for I. So by so doing, you have I is equal to, you have to remove this bracket. You have I is equal to 150. Negative 6 times 10 is negative 60. So now, I is equal to 150 minus 60, which is equal to what? 90. Therefore, the equilibrium value of investment is 90. Thank you so much for watching. Do well to subscribe as you click on the channel name to watch out for part 3 of this video dropping on YouTube. Thank you. Your comments are very, very vital for the success of this channel. So if you are still confused on this topic, ISLM models, just drop your comments in the comment section, like and share the videos. Thank you so much.